Okay, so in this video we're actually going to talk about the Xcode object library. So we used the library before because we dragged in some elements, and in this video I'm going to explain to you a little bit what we have in there and how it works and everything. So when we click on the plus in here, so on the top corner we click plus and we have the objects, and in this library you find every object that is standard to iOS. So for example, we have the label, a button, segment control, text fields, sliders, switches, and so on. What the object library also has is like the stack view system, vertical stack views. They also have a table view, collection view, and image view. And these things are actually all the standard building blocks of an iOS application. And the coolest thing is, most of them you can actually change them in the way how you want them to look. Like here we have a date picker, a picker view. You can actually add visual effects, map kit. You can add scene kit as sprite kit, and we have navigation items in here. And in here we have also the view controller. That's the one that we dragged on here before. Storyboard references, tab bar controllers. So tab bar controller, for example, is like a view controller with a with automated tab bar support, so you don't have to code it yourself. Page view controller, hosting view controller. We also have the gesture recognizers in here. So when you build an app and you want to add different gestures, you can actually just drag them onto the board like this. Let's open this up, and in here we also have the image library, and this image library, those are actually the SF icons, so San Francisco icons, and those icons are actually the same in every macOS or in every Apple environment. So when you use macOS, iOS, iPadOS, tvOS, those icons are all everywhere the same, and you can use them. In this case we can click and drag them, but when you want to call them up with code, you just check the name. So in this case, for example, archivebox.fill, you click the name, or you write the name, and you can actually retrieve it inside your application. It's pretty cool. And the coolest thing about using these images is actually those images are not saved in your application when you have it on your iPhone or on your iPad, but they are saved inside the system. So when those icons are updated visually and the name stays the same, your application will automatically have updated icons as well. It's pretty cool, and it's actually really nice that Apple provides us with objects like this, because when you build a lot of applications and you always use the same icons, you get like this trusted feel as a user, right? Because it looks all the same, it works all the same, so you don't have to worry about learning new stuff. Pretty cool. And third but not least is the color library, and this is actually all the colors that we have saved in the workspace. In this case it's just the accent color, and yeah, we don't have a lot of colors here. Let's see what happens when we write red. As you can see, it's not in here because we didn't add it yet. So here on this side, when we click this, on this side we have actually some navigation, so you can have like a list, and when we click this you have like all the small buttons, so you don't have the description with it. And on this side you can actually turn off you can actually turn off the information. So when we click button, we have like here like a description. You can actually turn it off and make it smaller if that's easy for you. It's just your choice, really. You can change a lot of things in Xcode so that you feel comfortable working with it. So this was a little bit about the object library. I can understand that this is a little bit boring, but it's easy to know, so that you guys know, like, hey, I know now I know where I can find the objects. Now I know where what I can do with this, where I can find images. It's just really interesting to know. Probably boring, but doesn't matter. So in the next video, I'm gonna tell you guys about view controllers and how we can actually add code to a view controller. So this means that we are gonna connect a view controller with a separate view controller file, and I'm gonna show you guys how this works. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Let's go to the next video.